Hey y'all, I've done this twice. I actually started cooking and didn't have the video running. So anyway, sorry. But what I've done is I put a Trinity in my saucepan, in my fry pan, and it's bell peppers, onions, and celery. And then I put in about a half a cup of oil, half butter, so a fourth cup of oil and a fourth cup of butter. And then I cook down my veggies just a little bit. I'm sorry I've already done this, but anyway, it's early, y'all. That's all I got to say. So good morning, everybody. Don't do what I did. Don't make mistakes like I did today. So you can see, though, how pretty it is. So this is the Trinity: onions, celery, and bell pepper, and oil. And then I added, because I had a half a cup of oil, I added a half a cup of flour. And what you want to do is, like I was saying to myself, not to y'all, you want to cook this down so that the flour taste, the raw taste of flour kind of cooks out, but you don't want to make it like a dark brown roux. Now, I have how to make a roux on my YouTube channel, and it's simple. You just have to be patient, but this is not the kind of roux that you need for étouffée. Étouffée, you just want it to cook down a little bit and kind of turn a light tan, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to stir it while it cooks, and I think I'm going to go ahead. I like to kind of add seasoning as I go whenever I'm making things, and so I'm going to go ahead and add some Dana Dash, about a tablespoon, because you want it to be super flavorful. And then I'll stir that in, and then you can see it's just cooking down so nicely. Now, I have this on medium-low heat, so it cooks down pretty quickly. I've already made my rice. We serve crawfish étouffée over rice. I've already made it. So while I'm stirring this and cooking, oh, and then I added just a little bit of garlic. I just held it right here and just sliced off about 4 little, very thin strips. You don't want to add your garlic when you first add your other veggies because it burns real easily. So anyway, here we go, y'all. It's working. While I'm letting this cook down a little bit, I want to say to y'all, thank you for following me so much. And please check and see if you're still following me. For some reason, a lot of my people got knocked off. And the reason I know, it's people who would not unfollow me. I don't think you'd ever unfollow anyone with a cooking site, but it's because it was my daughter, my cousin, and my best friend. And so please check and make sure that you're still following me. I really appreciate it. But anyway, please share these videos and comment. It helps a whole lot. And I have a YouTube channel. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you actually get a little notice every time I post a video. And so then you'll always kind of stay on top of what videos we're posting. We're posting a lot of salads this summer because I think in the summertime people just enjoy salads a lot. So I was telling you how simple crawfish étouffée is. We had about 10 pounds of crawfish that we got from a company here in Nashville. They're from Baton Rouge. Their daddy owns actually a crawfish farm in Plaquemines Parish. And so we had just enough left over to make some étouffée. Now, I love to have actually a little bit more than this left over because I like to make crawfish burgers or crawfish pie. But this is going to be enough for our crawfish étouffée. And all my family just loves it. The first time I ever saw someone actually make crawfish étouffée, we were at our friends in Kingwood, Texas, the Duplashins. And we were just sitting around visiting. And Glenn, who's an excellent chef, in fact, all 3 of his sons had opened a restaurant together in Houston. said, let's make some crawfish etouffee, to his wife Nancy. Let me make some crawfish etouffee for everybody. And I was just like, you're going to sit here and make crawfish etouffee while we're sitting here visiting? And sure enough, he did. So anyway, then I was just sold. And I have, honestly, I've gotten the mix before and used it. Don't get the mix because it's too easy to do it just like this. So all you do, I'll start over, is melt your butter and oil in your pot. Add your veggies, your Trinity, cook them down, then add your flour. Same amount of flour to oil, half cup. And then you add just a little bit of garlic, and I season as I go. You can season at the end if you want, but I just always think the seasoning incorporates better if you just kind of add a little bit of seasoning as you go. So I'm going to add our stock. Now, the very best thing that you can do is add shrimp stock. You know, if you have any shrimp tails, just boil those down with some aromatics, some onion, celery. If you don't, you can use chicken broth, but if you have shrimp stock, that's definitely the best. I'm not sure I would buy seafood stock at the store. I think I would just use chicken stock. Anyway, so it stopped cooking a little bit because the stock is room temperature, but let me turn it up just a little bit. And so because I didn't have any shrimp stock, I'm going to do just a little bit of this liquid and crawfish boil because it is super, super flavorful, and I think it'll make the difference. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, about 2 tablespoons. And you can add a little salt and pepper if you want. I'm not, because I just don't think we need it right now. But let me add so this was 4 cups of stock. And I think it'll be just about right as far as because you want the gravy to be like a gravy. You know, you want it to be a little thick and nice and flavorful. And so I think about 4 cups is right for this amount of flour, oil, and Trinity. So I used a half a cup of onion, a half a cup of bell pepper, and a half a cup of celery chopped. And I was going to show y'all what you can do is you can look at it on your cutting board. Chop it up and look at it on your cutting board. And what you need is just equal amounts of those. And so look at it, and if it's equal amounts, then you're good to go. Okay, now I was going to show y'all. Here it is, and it's yummy. And it's not too thin. It's not too thick. It's just about right. So I'm going to add a little bit more of our Cajun seasoning, our Dana Dash. You can get this on my website. Plus, several stores are carrying it now. So whenever you go in, ask them if they have any Dana Dash. And if you have a local store in your area that you think might be interested, if you'll send me their contact information, all I need is the name of the store and their phone number, where they are. I'll give them a call, and that's what I've done for several, and they've been so gracious. And I was talking to a lady yesterday from Brooks Grocery in Chapel Hill, about 20 to 30 minutes from here, and she was so sweet, and I was telling her how grateful I was, and she was like, well, we're having so much fun selling it. So anyway, thank you. All those places are selling my seasoning. But if you can't get it at a store near you, then you can go to my website and I'll mail it right to your door. Okay, so you can see it's thickening up. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look, there's our veggies. See our veggies. I said earlier, before I actually started filming, well, I thought I was filming, I'm cutting off my head, but I wanted the top of my head, but I wanted y'all to see the cook on this. So, and then all you do, now you might let it cook down for a little bit. You want to taste for seasonings. You might want to add a little salt and pepper. I don't know. Then you add your crawfish. And now remember, your crawfish are cooked. So you do not need to add crawfish and cook them. They're cooked. So all you need to do is add it. Now I've already cooked my rice this morning. I'm going to let this cook. I'm going to put the top on it, let it cook just for about maybe 7 minutes, and then I'll plate it up and show you how yummy this is. Okay, y'all, so here I have our food plated up, our crawfish étouffée, and it smells and looks amazing. So here it is in the pot, and you can see I would say maybe about 3/4 of a pound left, and it's just perfect. Let me just put this right there. So, and what you want is your gravy to coat the spoon. And so you can see how nicely that's coating the spoon. So I ladled our crawfish étouffée up. I put our rice in, added a little bit more Dana Dash, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with green onions. And I actually also put some green onions down in the gravy to cook while we were heating up the crawfish. So let's give it a taste. It's still really hot. But I just wanted to show y'all how yummy this is and how easy it is to make for your family. So don't be afraid of it. Super easy to make. So yummy. So much flavor in every single bite. So I think y'all are going to love it. Crawfish étouffée from Miss Dana's Kitchen. Bon appetit, y'all.